Hello, everybody. This is Keisha. I am one half of the host of the Regal Mindset Podcast show. Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we're going to get to our guests.
Absolutely. I am Joy, the coach. I am the other half of the Regal Mindset Show, and I'm excited today.
Absolutely, I am. So, our guest here, we have Chef WyKey. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and what you got going on.
I'm Chef WyKey. It's good to be on y'all podcast. I just actually created a children's coloring book, which is for little chefs. Most of us have little chefs in our lives. So I created, there it is, that coloring book, which is out right now, Amazon. That's what I do. And I am a culinary instructor for Remington College.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna move you back in the center here. So how long have you been cooking, or how long have you been in the kitchen, I guess?
Let's see. I graduated culinary school at Lacole here in Memphis
Okay.
when we did have Lacole. I graduated there in 2015. So I've been cooking a little before that, but now it's probably been more over a decade or so now.
Over a
Yes.
decade. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
I would say, is there are there now I know I have a favorite, so but I want to hear your favorite. What is it that you like cooking?
Lamb chops. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, I actually got some over there marinating that I'm going to cook up once we get off live. But my lamb chops are immaculate, I'm telling you. You got to try it for yourself and you'll tell me about them then, okay?
Got
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Jay, was you gonna say something? You on mute?
I know. No, I was just shaking my head. I'm excited because one, I need you to make sure that you put your link to your Amazon in the chat
Okay.
so that those that are watching can absolutely see it. And but yeah, I'm just listening.
Oh, cool. Well, so let me ask you this, Waukee. So to answer my own question, I love gumbo. That's not my favorite meal, but I love gumbo. And I know you cook a mean gumbo, and I was told we ain't gonna say their name, but it sounds like Kim.
Yes.
I was told the next time I come home or to Memphis to
Yes.
make sure I let you guys know so we can have some gumbo on deck. And now I'm gonna add to that some lamb because I love lamb too.
Yes, please do. The gumbo, I love the gumbo. Gumbo is my favorite, okay?
Okay.
Um, it's pretty particular because again of the roux. I tell people if you can get the roux down in gumbo, you got a great gumbo. It's the darkness of it. You know, once you reach a certain color of the gumbo, you're ready. Everything else is just putting it together and putting it in a pot pretty much.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I'd agree. So, a couple questions I have for you. I think here on this platform, we try to make sure that we promote and encourage different or variety of career paths. When you were growing up and you were thinking about the path in which you wanted to go down, was culinary that path, or how did you arrive at that decision?
Culinary wasn't the path, but as far as colors and coloring goes, that was always a passion of mine. Um, Birthdays, I always wanted crayons and coloring books, maybe a teddy bear, you know. So what really made me go to culinary school was because I kind of lost that passion for art. Um, so I figured if I couldn't put art on a canvas, I could put it on a plate, but
Mm,
make it good. So that's what I did. So going to culinary school has really brought me back to art, like full circle, because I do like arts and crafts as well as cook. You know, I
mhm.
make welcome boards, I make rings with resin. I take your picture and I blow it up and I put it on a canvas. I do a few things.
Okay. That's dope to know.
Yes.
So culinary wasn't necessarily the initial path. But you do have a creative side, right? Which I can appreciate because I'm a graphic designer, so things for me visually make sense, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
what was the initial path that you saw yourself doing? Did we lose her? Can you still hear us? All right, so we're gonna wait till she pulls the camera back. It looks like she's still there, but maybe something happened. I don't know. Somebody called. Anyway,
Okay,
Can
I'm
you hear me?
sorry.
There we
okay,
go.
all right. So my
Let's
question
see
was,
if we can get some volume back on again.
okay, can you hear us now?
No, so we heard you very well a few seconds ago.
Yeah, you can't
Now
hear
we,
us.
Okay, I can't hear you guys.
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
There we go.
Got that.
Okay. So the question was, if culinary wasn't, necessarily the
Going out
first
again.
option,
Let's see.
and so what was the initial path, or what was your initial thoughts? What did you see your
So I
career?
can't hear you, Keisha, but you say you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'll tell you what. Go back out and come back in.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So here's a question. What was the initial path? If culinary wasn't it, what was the initial path?
I actually, to be honest, didn't have one. I started off, I was a Head Start teacher for 9 years.
Okay.
That's what kind of prompted me to go into culinary school, because I'm like, I don't think I want to teach kids forever. Um, so I went to culinary school, little behold, I was already kind of cooking. So that just kind of helped me hone my craft. So over the years, I've just tried to perfect the things that I know, and what I don't know, I still try and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess my question was going to be like, did you see someone who is that looks like you, that perhaps has the same lifestyle as you, that you kind of look towards? If that's not the case, that's fine. I was just curious to know.
Yes, that's not the case.
Oh, wow. That's
It's
saddening.
the case.
That's
Yeah.
saddening.
Yeah.
I think it's important for us to be able to see ourselves somewhere, and if we don't, then not everybody has the strength, in my opinion,
Right.
to walk that path, and create that lane for themselves and other people behind them. So kudos to you for being able to do
Stepping
that.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well as demonstrate and hone in on your creative side as well. um
Do you actually do videos like any on YouTube? Do you show your culinary skills to kind of engage?
I do a little content here and there, but not a whole lot. So
Why?
my focus in 26 is to do a little bit more content and put
Yeah,
myself out there a little bit more, because
you
I
got to.
I don't do a I do a few engagements, cooking demos, and it's only because I'm not stretching myself enough. Let's say that.
Got it. Got it. Because I think people need to see you, need
Yes,
to see your presence, and and copycat some of them dishes.
right.
yeah. Actually, you
Exactly.
know what? That is a good idea. So you're saying now that you're not live on IG or Facebook or wherever, cooking along with WyKey? That doesn't exist? Maybe we could twist your arm.
Mhm.
I mean, it can. Again, that's something that I would have to work on.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, I'm not opposed to it. It's something that I would really have to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't want to pressure you, but yeah, just
No
just
pressure at all. No pressure at
just a thought. All right, so let's move back towards the book, right? Which again, thank you so much for letting me know when it was available. Again, both Jay and I are members of Alpha Lambda Zeta Fraternity Incorporated, and we have an event in Washington State next. No, well, I think it's next quarter, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. And we're reading to some young children. So I sent 5 copies, I think it was, of your book, and 5 copies of someone else's book, who's also a children's author as well, out there, so that they can read those and give them out to the kids that show up just to know that we're one supporting our org and our members out there on the West Coast, but also to encourage and motivate so that they see a person of color who has written a book for them, right? Not necessarily for them personally, but for people that look like them, right? And so that they see those faces in front of them and know that what's possible.
Okay, I got to make sure I match that because I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely, they can just give them out as gifts. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
that the children see us and see that there's no limit in where they can go. Because I think we don't present ourselves enough to show them that there's, so many avenues that children can take, and we don't present them because what's the norm? I want to be a policeman, fireman, a doctor, lawyer. It's like it's so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is going to be extremely wonderful to those children.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this question, and I don't know if you know the answer. How do your students feel about the fact that you've now an author and that you've written the cookbook / coloring book?
Most of my students are so excited. They're so happy for me. You get the ones that kind of want to be on the level that you own. You get what I'm saying? And I have
Yeah.
to explain that nobody gave me a boost like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got a few students. I don't mind promoting people, but again, it's just certain levels to what we do. So I just can't just put everybody out there, just because you say, okay, because it's Chef WyKey.
Yeah.
I would love to. Once I feel like I see where you are, then I can go for it. I don't mind backing nobody up.
Right.
Like I said, most of my students are happy, but again, it's mostly for the younger students. Like I teach older students, so it's mostly geared towards 3 to 14, 12-year-olds. So let's say my nieces and nephews, they're pretty excited. Okay.
That's
Right.
good.
Yes.
So you definitely got to add that because even though the comments on my Facebook side is not being promoted, they're like pushing you. So they say all pressure. So, they want you to go for it. And I think that would be dope just to have, even if it's your nieces and nephews, to do an episode with them,
Yes.
highlighting the coloring book, cookbook, going over, things with them, having that conversation in the kitchen. I'm telling you, it's going to go far.
Yes.
You have to do it.
And this my goal. My goal and my potential is to reach as many kids as I possibly can. To create more chefs, more people that look like us, to know that they can walk in the same shoes and in the same field that we are in.
And believe it or not, it's more kids on YouTube than adults because I logged into my YouTube and my daughter had to say and subscribe to like 18 different shows and I ain't know what none of them. If I'm not watching Barbie, I'm watching Minnie Mouse toys, something. So like they know what they're doing and she's 5.
Right.
So now granted, I had to go through there. I'm like, I don't even know what they're saying, but she watches these shows. So I think you putting the children up front is going to really be a ticket because other children's going to see it and then they're going to want to do the same thing. So I think that is really, really that's a good entry.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I will also say that, I love, again, the creative aspect of incorporating that with your gifts and talents. But what is the inspiration behind creating a cookbook / coloring book, aside from the creative part?
So really the inspiration behind this coloring book, again, is because I do have a great niece, a great nephew, and also a younger nephew. It's actually something for them to look back on, to understand that, again, the foundation has been laid so that you have something that you can piggyback off of. I want them to know it's no limitations on what they can and can't do in the world. So they are my inspiration behind this coloring book.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let me ask you this. Do they know that? Right.
Yeah.
There's one thing for you to know it, but
Yeah.
okay. So they do know it. Perfect.
Yes, they are excited.
That's good. Good. Joe, was you going to say something?
No, I was just going along with it.
Right. So the other question that I had was, okay, so now that you've got this under your belt, right? What do you anticipate, whether it's creativity, whether it's cooking, whether it's something different, what do you anticipate being next for you? Like, you've got this down, what's
Oh,
next?
I've came up with, I want to do the WyKey collection.
Ah,
What's in the collection are seasonings. I want to have an all-purpose, a spice, and maybe a lemon pepper. And with the collection, I also want to do compound butters.
Oh
mm,
yeah, that's gonna be good.
yeah.
Those also will have three different flavors, like maybe like a cinnamon, maybe a strawberry butter, for bagels and things of that nature. Um, I make a good herb butter now, which includes lemon peels, roasted garlic, parsley. So it's very versatile. Let's say that.
Yeah, and
Got
don't forget about your apparel. You got to have your aprons. You got to have your hat. You got to have just go all in.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, I
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, 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 yeah. So Kim says she love it. I love it too, Kim.
Hmm.
So answer this for me if you can, right? Can you help or talk to the parents about how important it is to perhaps kind of encourage kids maybe into the kitchen to kind of help to get them introduced to, okay, this is how we prepare a meal, this is, this is your favorite meal, or kind of get them interested in cooking. And the reason I ask that is because there's a lot of kids out here. I have 7 of them. They don't like cooking, right?
it's
I'm trying. All 7 do not like cooking.
well to get the kids out from the games, from the tablets, to get them a little bit more hands-on. That way, you as the parent can be interactive as well with them.
Hmm.
So it's bonding time, family time. We're making memories all at the same time, and we're learning to cook.
But
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be honest. This is it's going to be getting the parents into the kitchen and having that patience. One, and
Yeah.
letting them know it's more than hamburger helper. It's more than tacos. It's more than salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder.
Make it fun.
Make it fun. Try different things. Like it's more than just chicken and beef. You have to expand your palate. That helps your children open up their palate.
Yeah.
Like I let my daughter taste anything. If she want to try mussel, you're gonna taste it. I don't care because if they don't know how to expand their palate on any level, they're not going to be open to anything in life, and they're going to be stuck with hot dogs and pork and beans.
And I wouldn't mind, like, here in the city, I don't know if some of our schools have it, maybe like miniature gardens, bringing
Hmm.
farm to table, and maybe let, the parents and the kids plant those things and be able to, you know, we can provide those things for holidays and things of that nature for, baskets and giveaways and stuff.
I do know Montessori schools, they do have that program, but I think that'd be dope to introduce,
Yeah.
especially if you're showing them how to do, the what's the small greens and the microgreens and things like that, and letting them taste it fresh off the tree. Here you go. And I think if we, as a community, take it out there, it's like, hey, these things can happen. I remember it was a young lady, I think she's a young lady. I don't know if she's non-binary. I don't know. But she raised chickens. At first, it was kind of quirky, but then I caught on. I said, you know what? That is something sustainable. She's raising it. Now, granted, it wasn't all put together, but I think knowing what's sustainable, showing them how to get back out there and use the ground, use the land. You don't have to go out and buy greens that have been washed in pesticides. You can grow your own and teach them about vegetables, something that they normally wouldn't get on a regular basis. I think that's dope.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. So I would say if it doesn't exist, it's nothing to,
Creative.
have some discussions with some people to help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put you out there and just say you got to do it by yourself, but I'm
Right.
sure if you ask, then
Yeah.
some people, you can get some people to get behind you and help make that happen. And that would be a beautiful footprint that you leave on the community there in Memphis.
Yeah, because alphas form and implement solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Okay.
day. All day.
Listen, you better say that again. Okay. But no, so Shay said, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Kim, she said, yeah, that a children's recipe book would be great. So maybe that's a follow up. Look at us creating a whole
I mean, we done gave you like 15 different
right.
businesses in one.
Okay.
Slow
Listen,
down, ladies. Slow down.
Listen, when the juices get to flowing, you just got to slide on with it.
okay. I was just gonna say when you're around like-minded people, then that's what happens.
Exactly. That's what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
That's
Listen,
good.
There we go.
okay. Listen, when I met you in Memphis over Pride weekend when we was out being gay, uh
Wait a minute.
I told you then. I said,
Oh God.
actually, it was my wife that was talking to you. She always recruiting
Oh, so
somebody.
she's the gay one.
Yeah.
Got it.
And she brought me over, and I was like, yeah, oh no, I got you, man. We gonna fix this.
Right. It's always the wives that want to be gay. It's like, come on now. But no, I think it's really dope. And it's like we need to get, schools involved. We need to make our presence in schools. We're not, I know how they're like, oh, drag kings want to read books, but okay, it's a book. At least they're getting in. And we need to make our entry, to these children that have influence so they have somebody to look up to. Because what if they're struggling, with their identity and they see people in a positive light? We're not all booty out and chaps at Pride. Some of us do real stuff and, we live real lives. And I think it's very healthy that they see it as early as possible where they can comprehend it and say, hey, she's successful. I can be successful with a bow tie,
Right.
whatever that looks like. So absolutely, absolutely. Definitely down for the seasoning because God knows I'll buy a different seasoning in a second.
And I want salt free. Salt free. Okay.
I love it.
I get it. Yeah, because I got high blood pressure, but it's okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
I got to go hard sometimes, but. But no, I think that's really good. And then, once you get those seasoned, and it's a couple of manufacturers that I actually read up on that do offer, seasoning. Of course, you package it or you can blend your own. But, getting a deal with what's some people, I don't like them, but I like them. Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay.
Cracker
Okay.
Barrel allow small and medium business and upcoming people to put their things on their shelves.
Okay.
So I mean, it's out there, and I mean, even though I know what it looks like in Target and all the rest of them, but there's still places that do allow space that you can, once you get it out there, find a, get it, and then put your own stuff out there. Let them come to your website, and then let them want you. Let the big companies want you,
That part.
because we'll definitely support. Absolutely. I might have to add some salt to it, but
Absolutely. So I do have some other questions, right? So you mentioned that lamb chops is your favorite, right? Can you give us, let's say if we had an event, right? And we were trying to host 30, 40 people, right? What would be a good menu to be able to serve and satisfy 30 or 40 people who have maybe a picky appetite, let's say?
tell them go get their own. I ain't know how to cater in all of y'all.
You can never go wrong with chicken. Okay.
Chicken. Okay. Good thought.
Baked chicken, you can never go wrong with it. So you give them variety, baked or fried. What's up?
Okay. Okay. And what else you got on the menu?
Let's do some mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes, maybe with some green beans, steamed those, saute those real good. Put some homemade rolls with it, and we good to go.
Okay.
You want a dessert? Let me know that part too.
I'm in the dessert line, but
Right.
okay. That's a good menu. I like that. And I like that we're being health conscious in terms of the salt. I was not always on that kick. I'll be honest with you, but when you get older, then you got to start leaning towards some making better choices. And that's
Right.
currently where I'm at right now. So, which is cool. But okay, so that's a good menu. Now, oftentimes, and this is just my pet peeve, right? We've all been there. We've gone to cookouts, right? Whether
Mhm.
we're invited or indirectly invited, right?
Like I'm just showing
What
up.
Right. What is your pet peeve about the guests that come to a cookout? Maybe you hosted or that you've just been a part of. And then I'll share mine.
Oh God, because I got a list.
Um, Maybe opening up a lot of sodas and leaving them sitting around.
Okay.
So you kind of walk through and you be like, "Who had this?" and "Whose is this?" and it's a full can. Nobody had it though.
Nobody know nothing. Exactly. I feel you on that. I would say because I host a lot of things at our house here, and my one of my pet peeves, I would say it's more so my wife's also, is when they come, they got a to go plate that's full, and then they come back inside, and then they gonna make another plate. Now, I don't listen. I do not. We are not gonna eat all this food. I don't. But the gluttony is the part for me. That's
Right.
that's that's one of my pet peeves as well.
I, I get that though. I get it. I don't do it, but I get it because you want to get your good plate, the one that you're gonna take home before everybody touch it.
That's for later.
That's for later. That later plate is always better than the plate you're eating now. So I get it, but I promise I won't do it at your house. I promise.
I don't mind if you do it, but just not like in excess, right? Don't
Yeah.
take out a whole tray of desserts, to the car, and then come back and then eat up the other half of the cake. That's what I mean.
Like you got enough of whatever you just packed up.
Yeah, enough for lunch the next day or something. Yeah, absolutely.
I hate when people go in there and always opening up stuff, looking in it, and getting too close. I don't want your eyelash to drop in it. Number one. Two, or you're smelling the food. I'm saying like you don't do that at home. Don't do it now. I
Right.
hate that. I hate it when even when you're cooking and people come in there your pot. Don't if you want me to flip this whole stove over, touch that pot one more time. And I don't like I like etiquette. And if you in somebody else's space, I'm not gonna come in your space and start moving stuff because you want to trigger something and next thing you know we got the police there for domestic and all kind of stuff because I don't flipped out on everybody to do something like that.
Absolutely. So I think somebody's calling in on her phone, which is why I keep
Okay.
going out like that. But I agree. Now Kim brought up a good point. Somebody coming to the cookout who don't bring nothing.
Yeah. You better go back and
At
get
least
something.
Yeah, at least offer. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
if you don't have, I'll say, if you ain't got a rack of ribs, okay, I get that. You know
They
what?
not buying no ribs because you know people cheap. They come there with drumsticks and leg quarters. They ain't coming in there with no rack. Come on now, Fred. You know good
A
well.
rack of nothing.
They ain't coming with a rack or nothing, but some noise. And then they come there with that cheap. And don't bring cheap stuff. If we're hosting something, don't come in there with no Shastas. I wish you would. No mountain lightning. If that thing ain't doing,
He said
don't come
mountain
in
lion.
here. I don't want cola spelled with a K. I don't want it. I'm telling you. And I uh, and okay. And this is another one of my
That
pet
took you
peeves.
there.
I know. Listen, I got triggers for real. Because I'll be like, turn around. So don't even bring the cheap ice. Go ahead, bye. But another thing I hate is like, even though I'm not a chef, I like to cook. And I know it's a difference because I season as I go. I season off taste. I don't care if it's your taste buds. I like the way it tastes, and I'm gonna serve it to you as is. So I cook. I'm not a chef. But what I hate is when people don't abide by the time of day etiquette and the type of event etiquette. I am so tired of seeing that hardcore food at baby showers. You don't need fried chicken and meatloaf and mashed potatoes. You're gonna be tired. You don't even need like I don't like. And then
Too
you having a
heavy.
day party. Yeah, you having a day party and somebody out there frying the turkey. Wait a minute. We supposed to be light. What? This is light affair. What are we doing? Like I can't stand that. And I probably wouldn't even want to go. I mean, yeah, like, oh, and then and my wife and she gonna get mad about this. Don't meatball me to death. Do not meatball me to death. Absolutely not. Now they good, but I'm not gonna die on a meatball. So yeah, she's probably gonna beat
Listen,
me up about this one afterwards. But I got it out
listen.
my chest. I got it off my chest.
Okay, listen. You gonna be in trouble in 5.3
Because
seconds.
I like hosting events, but I like to do it according to the time of day. You
True.
know, just like if you got to, okay, just like when fashion, you know, it's a certain fragrance you will wear during the day, and it's one that you'll wear during the night. It's one that you wear during summer. It's the same thing with food. Don't come in here and then every event you got fried chicken. Oh God, like come on, please, please, people, and don't be like Netta, Joe, and Netta. Don't put sugar and what's some peppers. You ain't got to pepper everything. You ain't got to have a bell pepper, red one, yellow, green. Don't do it.
Or don't sprinkle all that paprika.
The cover up.
Just take the whole egg. Just take it.
You be like, what is this now again?
It's paprika. That's it. And with egg, because it's like, come on. Oh God, I just got a whole headache.
So yeah, I know. Let's calm down. We just talking about the cookout.
Oh, that you done touched the soft spot. I hate when people do that. It's like, come on, don't do that.
Well, you know, that's a thing now. The baby shower food.
Don't do it. You ain't got to be that hard.
Yeah.
You pay a lot of them pay a lot of money for those decorations. It's beautiful. And the next thing you know, you got fried chicken. You got like you could do like little wingettes or something. It's supposed to be small plate, topper style.
Right.
Come on.
Not wingettes.
You got a whole 10-inch plate or charger walking around with sections on it. And then you ain't need to bring my baby a gift. No, now you gotta get out.
So you eating for free and no gift.
No, give me that plate. Run that plate back.
On that.
No, if you ain't brought no gift card, don't come here fixing no plate. Talking about I'm the baby uncle. No, you're not. Not with that plate. Not with that plate. Yeah, they do think it's cheap, but it really isn't. But you're supposed to go with the do what
Maybe
you
a
want.
theme.
It's your baby. Do what you want.
Yeah, but
Right.
if it's themed, then I would prefer that the food match the theme or at least be somewhat close to the theme.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I get what you're saying, but generally I don't make too much of a fuss about it, especially if
I know you just like I just know I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so this is another question, and I'm sure I'm hoping the audience can weigh into what happens when the food is not tasty. What's the etiquette in terms of communicate? If we even have to communicate that, right? We could just say, okay, that was nice.
Yeah, I don't like it. Take it back.
Just gonna say,
I mean, you got to pay for it. You may as well be honest.
Yeah.
It's not what I was expecting,
okay.
So let me get a menu so I can find something else, that I may like.
Right.
Okay.
But you can tell if your food not good because if you open the trash and everybody plate upside down, you know it wasn't good. That's one. That's universal. Or if you go in there after everybody done left and it's still a lot of food left, your food, ain't nobody want that macaroni and cheese. We ain't want it. That mean the word done passed around. It ain't good. And then
Who made the potato salad?
And then my family time, I got one in there. No, thank you. Listen, we know what other pan at. So no, you know your food ain't good. And if you can't cook, just say that.
Yeah. Bring the cups.
Yeah, just say that. Like you can be honest and say, hey, I like how my food tastes. You might not.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's your warning right there.
Right.
The food may not be good if they got to tell you that I like it how it tastes. I don't know how you like it.
Right.
Yeah, well, just pick up some salad mix or something. That's when you tell them I'll put the salad together if you just buy the stuff.
Yeah, and just send them a picture of what it looked like because they might come in there. You're like, okay, let me send you back to the store.
So has that ever happened for you, WyKey? Have you ever gone someplace where either the food wasn't to your liking or it was just really horrible and you just could not? I
haven't had really horrible food, but I'm picky about the places I eat at the same time. So I try to frequent the places I know that, food, I gonna have good food, so I don't know. I just don't go to all those mom and pop little stores. You know how people say they get chicken from the store? It's kind of hit or miss with me, only because I know the process of the chicken. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know people nowadays they don't wash chicken. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't. It's just a culinary thing. We believe that if you cook it to the right temperature, that all the germs have cooked off. That's it. People like, I gotta wash this meat. No, you don't. And the reason why then is because, again, when you wash chicken, you're taking a chance of spreading all kinds of germs because of the splatter. You can't actually see what the splatter is hitting or what it's getting on. But me, I'm just kind of straight up. I like meat, bread, potatoes, vegetables. I like stuff that's gonna kind of stick to me. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a Taco Bell, McDonald's type of person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All I know is 165 to keep you alive.
Hey, it will. It will.
That's it. You know. I mean, so let me back up because I don't want to give y'all the wrong impression. I like to wash my meat only because I for just in my brain I want to, okay, this chicken was clean before I put it on the grill or put it wherever I'm gonna put it at, right? That's just for me, and just a part of the process. That's how my mom taught me. That's how my grandparents taught me. That's just what I was taught, And I have heard other people, whether it was online or somewhere, it's like, yeah, you do need to wash a chicken, and then I've heard other people say, well, no, you ain't gotta wash it. They washed the other thing. Well, I wasn't there. I don't know what they did.
In any case, if that's the case,
Yeah.
if you do that, like I recommend using lemons and maybe something, maybe salt, and just you rinse it off after that.
Yeah.
I think some people use washing meat because I'll wash it, like especially if it's like red stuff and I'm cleaning it off and I'm still getting skin stuff off. Yeah, you're going to be washing it like that. But let's be realistic. Even if you put it in water and all of that and you clean it off, that's fine. Some people who want you to want to appear clean is go overboard with it. And I've been seeing them online. I'll be like, good well on a regular basis, you ain't doing all that.
Right.
That's one.
Yeah.
And then two, it's like, all right, you don't even wash your hands yet long. So what you wash your chicken for?
Not wash your hands.
That's it. I need you to do these. I don't care about the chicken because it'll work itself out. Wash your hands. Up under them nails, you nasty something.
Yes, you got to get up under them nails.
Exactly.
It's the appearance for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
With anything, anybody when I teach, if I just try to be like, baby, button your coat up to the top, okay? It's just this kitchen etiquette for us, okay?
Yeah.
Keep your coat clean, free of debris. If you
Looking
don't
like you
have
work on
tomato
cars.
sauce the night before, you need to go home and soak your coat so that it can
Mhm.
be nice and white, or as white as possible for the next class,
Right.
But sometimes you don't get that all the time.
And that's why they won't even fix me a sandwich because you look like you went and worked on cars. I'm not doing that.
I would agree with that.
And then if you go down south, I'm used to seeing the grade in the window. Go in North Carolina and Florida, you pass by, it'll tell you they have an A, the other one had a D. Where you think I'm gonna be at? I'm gonna be over here with A because they passed.
Come on, eh?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't have that up here, and especially if you come to Baltimore, I'm be honest with you. Now I ain't gonna lie, if it's a couple of rats running outside, typically the food is bomb. That's just it. Yeah, that's it. If you see them big rats outside, the food, because they're not coming in. Them the ones that stay outside, but that food is bomb. But you won't know until you get here and you be sitting there like, I'm gonna try it. And now it's not like eating sushi out of a gas station, try it. It's like, oh, am I gonna get shot while I'm in here? I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
They said this one is good. So you have those little sketchy places where you go in there and you're like, I want to taste this yak, but god dang, sir, So you just have to be careful. But I wanted to ask you about this. Give us your take on potlucks.
Oh yeah.
Look, okay, throw the whole face.
It just depends on who you potlucking with.
Okay.
Work.
Work. Well, for my job, that'll be a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I just know what to eat and what not to eat. Like, when you're at a potluck, you be like, who made this right here? And they be like, try those right there. People give you warnings now.
Yeah,
They let you know what to eat and what not to eat.
Mm-mm. I don't try
But
none of it.
that's true.
And they be trying to invite us out. Now, when they have the potluck that's minus the food, but with the drinks, I'm okay with that. Because now that's how my job do potlucks. They always have alcohol and
mm,
like some little snacks. Now I'm always at that one. But the
God,
one they be talking about, bring a dish. Oh, we having a chili off. Yeah, you can off it with. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I won't be able to be there that day. Like I'm
not a
not
silly
going
y'all.
there and have my insides. And then I'm sitting there like, I know you ain't washed your hands in the bathroom because I was just in there. Like, absolutely not. I don't even trust the stuff they bring in the bag because eventually you're gonna open and put your hand in there. I don't want it either. And like I'm that anal. Like and instead of hurting your feelings, I just won't go.
Have y'all ever had a coworker to try to give you food from their hand?
Hmm.
Here, try this.
I had a coworker that told me her my spaghetti. Oh, it's bomb. She was a black girl too. Oh, it's bomb. She brought me a thing, and me being young and dumb, and I went to scoop, and it had a whole fingernail in it. Well, her nail had. Oh God, I just had a flashback. Let me tell you something.
Not a fingernail.
Lesson learned.
Throw the whole spaghetti away at that
Throw the
point.
Right.
whole person away because you didn't know your nail was missing.
She knew it. She just didn't know where it was. She knew it was missing.
You could have hands up. Because when I looked at her nail, she had all of them. And I'm sitting there like, well, when did you make this? Or did you just go get a fresh set? Like, I got a lot of questions at this point. I ain't talked to her no more after that.
Yeah. Well, I learned it was a handbook floating around way in my early gay days where they said don't eat no one missed spaghetti. So I
Yeah,
don't
I get
I
you.
think it was the second page too. It's a little handbook.
I don't trust black people or white people at potluck.
Listen, I work in a corporate setting as well. I do not. I might eat the cookies that they bought from Kroger, but that's on a hungry day, right? I'm not eating your meatballs like you said, your little wieners and the grapes and I'm not doing that.
And
I'm
if
just
your salad got more than what it need to have, nobody's not eating it. That's why nobody's eating it. It got too much in it. Like its grapes don't belong in a salad.
at all.
Say it again.
Yeah, and I'll be sitting there like, they be like, nobody tried, because you got stuff in there don't nobody. And you know what? And this is God honest truth. We had an event at work, and it was an MBE event, so it's minorities and people like of color or whatever. And they was like, okay, now we're having a lesson learned. Why didn't people eat the food? So my hand said, and she was like, Joy, is it, because you was talking to people. I said, people didn't eat your food because they didn't know what it was. She was like, what did you mean? I said, you had a minority event and nobody knew what a potato tart was. Thank you. Even the chef don't even know what a potato tart. I said, if you really looked around, who was eating the food? She was like, you're right. I was like, the white people and the employees that were white. I said, nobody, even the Native American people that was there, I said, nobody ate that food. I said, you won with the charcuterie board because it can be identified. It's universal. A fruit tray, universal. We know what it is. I said, you had a bowl and it looked like a biscuit, but you broke it open and it had a chicken meatball in it. I said, nobody wouldn't have known. That's why it's still there. She was like, I said, nobody eats a potato tart. I said, and it was gray.
What?
I've never ate anything gray other than a piece of fish.
Potato tart.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, so this year they did good. They took my feedback, and we left out of there with no food left. They stuck with the charcuterie board, the wine, the beer, and like little stuff you can grab. I promise you, we had no food left. I say, look at God. Won't they do it? Quit feeding us that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope y'all listening because we don't like it.
Well, we're going to help them out right here. We're going to help them out. I think we
Yeah.
need to create some rules as to what not to bring and what not to do at a potluck event, right?
Mhm.
So what's top on the list? Because we got to help these people. We can't have them out here
Stuff you
fumbling
cook.
stuff that you cooked. Okay, especially if you got cats. If you got cats,
Oh
you
God.
should bring the ice.
Or dogs. Because some people come up there and let the dog eat out their hand too.
Yeah,
Ooh-wee.
that's true.
No,
Yeah.
just
Usually
let
we
it.
don't do that.
No. Because these people had a problem because I put my dog on Facebook and I said he don't come in the kitchen. Why can't he come in the kitchen? I said I don't
Yep.
even need to answer that. Y'all let y'all dogs in the kitchen. Our dog has an invisible line. He be like,
Yep.
back the hell
Right.
up. So no, so okay, the food they cook, if you have to put sliced cheese on it, we don't want it.
Mm. That just means you ran out of shredded.
No, you didn't bother to get it. You just slap that cheese on top. We don't
Either way
want
you
it.
gave me some sliced cheese.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't want sliced cheese. That like if you cook macaroni, it's supposed to be macaroni and cheese, not macaroni and cheese. We don't want it.
True.
What else? If we can't identify it, we don't want
So
it. It
you
has
saying we
to,
should label it, or would that make it better?
at least we be able to look and can say, okay, I know what this is. I can't.
Okay.
What else?
Um, I'm gonna say I don't think. What is that? Is this some extra noise or something?
I think it was the feedback.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say we should not ask the. I would say the new people to bring something because we don't quite know them yet, right? I don't know that we trust them, right? If you're less than 90 days in on the job, I don't think you should bring anything to the potluck.
Bring
Well, no,
chips.
but wait, think about it. They trying to keep their job past that probationary period, so they might come good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might go buy something good. It's them old ones that don't care. They've been there too long.
They
They
ain't
went
gonna
out
be
the door.
fit.
And look, and they ain't received that Doge letter. So they was like, you know what? I'm taking everybody out.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Okay, so the newbies can come and they
Yeah.
can bring something. Should we discuss what they should bring, or
Yeah, I think it should be a discussion. But if they're a different nationality, I think they should be safe. Like if you Indian, like from India with that red dot, you
uh-huh?
can bring that butter chicken. You can bring all of that.
Okay.
I want you to bring it. But
Okay.
like if you come from Kentucky,
What's wrong with
I'm not.
Kentucky?
It's like no.
If you come from Kentucky,
Oh, okay.
I don't want something that I don't want anything that you make with Jello, like because chicken don't go in Jello.
At all.
I don't want how they always got something like peas with mixed with gelatin. It's certain things just don't go together.
And they gonna throw some raisins in there somewhere.
And I don't even eat them.
Keep the raisins.
Right. So, Chef, help us out. What should we put on this list of what not to do or bring for a company potluck?
Don't bring the pasta. You know how people make pasta salad?
Uh-huh.
If you haven't made pasta salad before, don't you bring that. Okay.
Right.
For sure the potato salad, okay?
Okay.
Just buy the sauce.
Coleslaw, stay away from that too.
Okay.
Baked beans, everybody can't do baked beans, okay?
True.
That's true.
We already know spaghetti is the number one thing. Do not bring spaghetti, okay?
Okay.
If it's a potluck, just don't bring spaghetti.
Okay.
I mean,
that's only fair.
Yeah. And if it's a Christmas potluck or a holiday potluck, I mean, I don't know, go to Honey Bake. Get some sliced turkey or something, That way you can get yourself out the clear. Like, they can't be like, it's salty, it's nasty, it's underseasoned. I got this at Honey Bake now. If you got a problem, you can take it up with Honey Bake ham.
Yeah.
And don't put cheeses on macaroni and cheese. I don't need pinko cracker juice and all. I don't want. Just stop. You ain't got to put a crust on it.
People like putting panko on top of it for whatever reason. I guess it gives it this look crunch that they like,
That's not what I expect from macaroni and cheese.
Right. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's almost like it's a casserole.
And they love a good casserole.
That's why they do it.
Oh my! And if you listen, I'm gonna go on a limb here. If you use Duke's mayonnaise, I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
Because they put Duke's in everything.
Yeah.
And most black people use Hellman.
Yes.
Yeah. If you use Duke's, keep it. We're good. Because you shouldn't put a fruit mix with cottage cheese and Dukes, that don't go together. And I've
Yeah.
seen that before. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I agree. So here's a kind of
Oh,
odd
Marcus said
question.
no fish too.
I,
So we
I
got
agree.
no
Kim said no
tuna,
tuna.
no
I
tuna,
agree.
and no fish.
I agree. Not in the office setting, because somebody gonna put that in the microwave. That's not gonna end well.
Don't have
Well,
to messed up the whole
yeah,
day.
I've seen worse.
Mm.
Somebody brought crabs,
Mm. Okay.
like blue crabs that were Old
Mm.
Bay, and ate it in the break room. I said, first of
Yeah.
all, how many minutes do you have?
Right.
And you should have seen the managers walking by. Like I said, she brought the crab. Like okay, do your thing.
Okay, listen. Yes. Okay, so no crab, no fish, no tuna. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there we me personally, I'm not taking a to-go plate. I have food at home. I
Yeah.
don't need to
Yeah.
take anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're not taking no food home, right? We decided or we agreed that the new people, they can bring something, right? And especially if they're Indian from India and they're not from Kentucky.
Oh, and do not bring iced tea. If it ain't sweet, it's a different. Don't bring me that. Got me right here gasping for air. As soon as I take a big gulp of it, I'm
So
be
everybody know the coach want all the salt and she want all the sugar. Okay.
I'm from the South. We put sugar in everything, first of all. But the first time when I ordered tea up here, I didn't know it was a difference when I moved up here to Maryland. You can't do that to people. You got to let them know that there's nothing in there but tea and ice.
Wow.
I took a big swig and I'm saying, I'm like, I almost died. I saw Jesus. It was a lot going on in that one moment. So no.
You're a mess, man. Well, I think I would expect tea inside of tea but you're saying it was absent of the salt. I'm sorry, of the sugar.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
absent.
I got it. I get it.
Oh, I got a question. I
yeah.
got a question, Chef.
Yeah.
On grits, salt or sugar?
They're gonna fight.
We're gonna fight now. Go ahead.
They're gonna fight.
Me personally, I grew up eating sugar.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning into our show. We love her so much. We thank the chef for coming by. Have a good night.
My aunt is on this live and she would probably say salt.
Shay,
But
I'm with
again,
you.
I grew up. That's how they got us to
It
eat
ain't
it.
cream of wheat.
That's how my grandma got us to eat it.
I'm
Think
salt
about
So
it.
you was
Team
bribed,
salt.
and I get that, but
Yeah.
it's grits.
So now that I'm grown, I don't eat it like that. Okay, let's say that.
Don't try to redeem yourself.
I'm just letting you know, like
oh God.
growing up, yes, I love sugar on my grits. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Yes.
If you eat
See?
sugar on your
See?
grits, y'all got a special place.
There go another friend from the South, sugar.
I don't think she's from the real South. I don't
Ex
even
everybody.
trust her.
Look at
I don't
Kimberly.
trust
Salt.
Salt.
Kimberly,
I'm
come
with
on
Kim.
now.
I'm
Me
team
too.
Kim.
I'm with salt. Team salt.
Oh,
We're team salt.
God.
It's grits.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust you no more. But then that's why you want the no salt seasons. I get it. Because you hate grits.
Look,
and if you
everybody's
hate grits,
saying
you hate
sugar.
yourself.
Okay. Y'all gotta try that sugar on y'all grits, okay?
I don't know if I can do it.
wouldn't. I'd rather die.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
Eat it for breakfast then. And
And
try
I won't.
it.
Never.
See, that's y'all problem.
No.
That's what's wrong. Gotta try it.
If you want sugar on your grits,
What y'all say? Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm knocking it. I'm knocking it.
That's true.
It ain't cream of wheat. It ain't oatmeal
Okay. Like you're not trying it. I get it.
at all. It's just certain things you just don't do. It's like a violation of nature. Like, why would you? Oh God.
Good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I hadn't eaten it in a
Sugar on
while,
grits is like me
but
getting a
I'm
husband.
saying growing up it was really good though.
Yeah.
That's because you ain't know any better. But now that you know,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
But yeah, I'm not a big sweet person now, so yeah, I don't eat cakes and pies. I'm not really into all that.
Okay.
So yeah.
But you like sugar on grits.
I did.
Listen, I knew that was going to start a tussle.
Yes, yes.
Timeless fight.
Right.
But
Wait,
it's
hold on.
cool.
She said sugar go on grits just like fish and spaghetti.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, we got to wrap this up. It's all,
Yeah, fish
hold
and
on. Normally,
spaghetti
I
go
ain't trying to get off,
together.
but we at the
Listen,
hour. Thank y'all so much. Keep a regal mindset.
Nisi, tell them sugar go on grits, fish go with spaghetti.
I don't
I've
even
had
like
fish and
Nisi.
spaghetti.
Nisi, I don't
I
like you. We're gonna block her. We're blocking Nisi. Why are we putting
have.
spaghetti by itself is the meal? Why are we putting fish with it?
Yeah.
I
Are
don't know.
you double hungry? Like what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have the concept of that. Why are we putting spaghetti and fish?
I don't know, but I've had it, and it was pretty good to me.
Right.
What you don't like to hurt people's feelings.
No,
No.
well, listen, I was in the Navy, and we had some very questionable dishes, so I've learned to just eat for nourishment. So
Yeah,
that's just where I'm at.
I just
Right.
need this to be justified. I need Nisi, I need somebody to justify why you got fish and what kind of fish.
Ah, that's a better question. Yeah.
So it's fried fish. So I'm sure sometimes it's catfish fillet. We have different fish in the South. Big bone buffalo. Um we have a lot of fish. Okay.
It's not a southern thing.
Mhm.
What South are y'all from? Oh my God.
We love it.
And
It's a
and that's
thing.
fine.
It's
I
a
love
thing.
it for you. Yeah, I love that for you. I
It's
really
a
do.
thing. It's a thing. Trust me.
I'm gonna just make sure my baby don't watch your episode when you try to put fish and spaghetti together.
Spaghetti.
Oh, she ain't bringing that back to me. Mm.
You're gonna
Is
be
that
like,
in the
this is great.
yeah? Is that in the color book? Because if it's in the coloring book, she ain't getting it.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Listen,
Catfish. Oh
Yeah.
God.
I,
Oh
I had it as an adult, so like I said, it is not bad. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It's not something I cook myself personally. I think I had it over one of my friends' house, so it is what it is.
but is it your real friend that they gave you spaghetti
Actually,
and
yeah,
fish?
she's still my friend.
I think you need to question that. I don't think her loyalty is where you think it is.
Right.
Coach, it may just be you, coach.
It
Maybe.
probably is, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah, maybe.
Now don't get me wrong. I love a good fish,
Yeah.
but I like fish and grits. I
I
like
gave you
fish and grits.
pickle with your fish? I
Wow.
know
You had
that's
pickles.
You see what I'm saying? So that
yeah.
make the spaghetti not that
Oh
bad.
God. Now I mean I take pickle on my fillet of fish that
On
I
the
get from
sandwich?
McDonald's. Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't do that.
Oh, so she was mad that she got it. Oh, you
Yeah,
mad about that, but you ain't mad about the sugar on the grits. You need to pick your battles, Nisi.
for sure.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't like this. This is
Yeah.
just. I'm gonna think about this all night
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
all weekend. I'm gonna start
Mm.
texting people. What, do you eat fish and spaghetti?
I think
Hey,
we're definitely gonna do a survey on our TikTok.
we
Who
have to.
who's rocking
For sure.
with the grit, salt or sugar. Then
Yes.
we're gonna ask them about the weigh in on the spaghetti and the fish, fried fish.
Hmm.
Well, and then we need to put in that they need to fill in and say what is a dish that nobody normally eat that's like from that area. Like how some people do the pickles with Kool-Aid on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've seen that.
Oh
Mhm.
God. It ain't working in my head. It ain't matching.
Me neither. Yeah.
It ain't matching. Mustard.
Now,
Okay, mustard with fried catfish that go together
I've seen
Mm,
people do that. I've
on
not
the
done it.
sandwich.
Me
Yeah.
either. I'm okay with it. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Oh, y'all don't want regular
Nope. Nope.
mustard,
Nope.
I just
Nope.
do hot sauce.
Me
I
too.
just do hot sauce. That's it.
but you want spaghetti. Okay, make that make sense.
Well,
We got
listen.
to find out what's going on in people's
Oh, for
minds.
sure. We're gonna get to the streets and they're gonna talk to us and they're gonna let us know. So y'all be looking out for those polls and make sure y'all vote for them.
Right.
WyKey, do you got anything else for us? What you got next?
Um, Nothing much. I appreciate y'all for having me on y'all podcast.
Yes.
Hopefully we can do this again. Go out and grab your coloring books. It's on Amazon right now. The link is down below. I appreciate everyone who has supported thus far. Yes, that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
This
Well,
is
it has been
amazing.
yeah, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much again for agreeing to be on. Thank you for being obedient and following God's wish for you over your life. in terms of teaching in the culinary space, as well as creating this cookbook slash coloring book as well. So
Yes.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
before we go, I had some
Yeah.
comments on Facebook. Somebody said that they like ketchup and cheese on what?
Oh man.
Know nothing about it.
And it's one of our friends, so I don't even. You know what?
Oh
We have to talk to her
man.
offline. 'Cause
Yeah.
right now, I'm questioning her friendship
Oh
right now.
yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
know what? We don't even need to be in the same organ.
Yeah. No. I think we need to
No,
talk
we have
about
to
an
have
exit plan.
Yeah, we need an exit plan. We coming for you, recited.
Oh
No,
man.
it's recited. That New York.
Listen, it has been a pleasure. Thank you to
Yes.
everybody who has commented to on this podcast show. Please like, click, and share. We appreciate you. We love you. We know that other people need to be a part of and need to participate in these conversations that we're having. And we would enjoy the additional collection or the additional addition to our family. So don't be a stranger. And until next time, WyKey, thank you so much again. Jay, thank you. Y'all enjoy yourself. Have a great holiday. Keep a regal mindset and be blessed.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, ladies.